When experience replaces belief. Welcome back to Spiritual Quest, and thank you so much for supporting this project. You being here truly means a lot, and it says a lot about you and your curiosity. Are you ready for today's video? Symeon the New Theologian was one of the most radical voices in Christian mysticism. At a time when faith was increasingly defined by doctrine, ritual, and authority, Symeon made a daring claim. Anyone who has not directly experienced God does not truly know God. For him, theology was not about concepts, scriptures, or second-hand tradition. It was about immediate awareness. He taught that the ultimate proof of God is not external evidence, but the direct perception of divine light within one's own consciousness. This light, uncreated and eternal, is not symbolic. It is real, experiential, and transformative. Symeon's message challenged religious institutions because it placed divine authority not in hierarchy, but in awakened awareness. In this vision, consciousness becomes the meeting place between the human and the infinite, and enlightenment is not reserved for saints, but available to anyone willing to undergo inner transformation. At the heart of Symeon's teaching is the experience of the uncreated light, the same divine radiance described in the transfiguration of Christ. This light is not physical illumination, not imagination, and not metaphor. It is the energetic presence of God, perceived directly by the awakened mind. Symeon insisted that this light can be seen, not with the eyes, but with consciousness itself. When it appears, doubt disappears. God is no longer an idea, but a living reality. This experience does not reveal God's essence, which remains beyond comprehension, but it reveals God's energies, His living presence filling awareness. For Symeon, anyone who has not encountered this light remains in spiritual childhood. True knowledge of God begins where concepts end and direct perception begins. Symeon taught that the human soul is not merely created by God, but designed to receive God. Consciousness is the inner sanctuary where divine light chooses to appear. This makes the human being a living temple, not symbolically, but ontologically. When the mind is purified from distraction, ego, and compulsive thought, it becomes transparent, capable of reflecting divine radiance. Symeon described moments when the light would suddenly fill his awareness, dissolving fear, separation, and identity itself. In those moments, there was no observer and no object, only light knowing itself. This aligns closely with non-dual insight, consciousness recognizing its own divine ground. For Symeon, awakening is not moral improvement alone. It is ontological transformation, where the very structure of awareness changes. Symeon sharply distinguished true spiritual knowledge from intellectual theology. God, he said, cannot be known through reasoning, imagination, or images. All concepts about God are secondary and provisional. True knowledge arises when the mind becomes still enough to let go of representations entirely. In this state, awareness encounters God directly, without mediation. This is not unconsciousness, it is heightened clarity. The mind becomes luminous, silent, and awake. Symeon described this as knowing God without knowing, a paradox that points beyond duality. The knower and the known are no longer separate. In this state, belief is unnecessary because certainty is immediate. The light itself is the proof. For Symeon, spiritual awakening is not merely enlightenment, it is theosis, participation in divine life. To see the uncreated light is to be transformed by it. Consciousness does not remain the same after such an encounter. The ego loosens its grip. Fear of death dissolves. Love becomes spontaneous rather than moralistic. This is not symbolic union with God, it is experiential participation in divine energy. Symeon went so far as to say that a person who has truly seen the light becomes all light, while still remaining human. This teaching scandalized many of his contemporaries because it implied that direct union with God is possible now, not only in the afterlife. Consciousness, in this view, is not a barrier to God. It is the very medium through which God reveals himself. Symeon's insistence on direct experience challenged religious authority. If God can be known inwardly, then external control loses its power. If divine light is accessible within consciousness, then truth is not owned by institutions. This is why Symeon was resisted, criticized and marginalized in his lifetime. Yet his teaching survived because it spoke to something undeniable: the human intuition that truth must be lived, not merely believed. Today his vision resonates strongly with modern seekers, non-dual traditions, and consciousness studies. The idea that awareness itself is luminous, self-revealing, and grounded in something infinite feels less radical now. But Symeon proclaimed it 1,000 years ago with uncompromising clarity. Symeon the New Theologian leaves us with a profound challenge. Do you know God, or do you only think about God? For him, the ultimate proof of the divine is not logic, history, or doctrine, but direct illumination within consciousness itself. When the mind becomes still, purified, and receptive, the uncreated light reveals itself, not as an external deity, but as the very ground of awareness. In that moment, belief dissolves into knowing, separation dissolves into unity, and consciousness recognizes its source. Symeon's message is timeless and unsettling. The evidence of God is not out there, it is waiting to be seen within. We have noticed that some of you viewers are not subscribed. So, if you could do me a favor and double-check if you're a subscriber to this channel, that would be tremendously appreciated. It's the free thing that anybody that watches this show can do to help us here to keep everything going. So please double-check if you've subscribed, and thank you so much, because in a strange way, you are part of our history.